Good morning everyone. Let us start and continue with our chapter 6 account 11C. Let us do question number 12. Now in this question we are going to do all the 4 subsidiary books together. See, we have learned simple purchase book, simple sales book, columnar purchase book, columnar sales book. Now this is an example in which all the 4 books to prepare together. We have learned the purchase return book and sales return book. So when we are preparing purchase book, purchase return book, sales book and sales return book, how we have to handle the question all together. Let us begin with question number 12, page number 155. Prepare a purchase book, sales book, purchase return book and the sales return book in the books of PK Stores from the following transaction. So on the title you have to write purchase book of Shri PK Stores with all the books accordingly. 2015 November 1st, purchase goods of 30,000 from Ramanuj at 10% trade discount, bill number 120. Now when you read the transaction you have to find out whether this transaction is regarding purchase book or a sales book or a purchase return or a sales return. Whichever book the transaction belongs to, in that particular box you have to put the transaction. This is purchase transaction, so we record in purchase book. November 2015, November 1st. First, we have purchased from Ramanuj. Ramanuj, 30,000 at 10% trade discount, bill number is 120. So write in the column inward bill number 120 and the amount 30,000 minus 3,000, so 27,000. Trade discount not to be recorded. Fourth transaction, purchase goods of 12,000 from Nirmi at 10% cash discount. Pay attention to cash discount. This is not a trade discount. So if a transaction is a credit, cash discount to be ignored. Credit period of 1 month, bill number 130. It is a credit transaction because word cash is not there, name of the party is given. So we will ignore that cash discount whatever is mentioned. So on the 4th, we have purchased from Nirmi. Amount is 12,000, discount not to be counted, so remain the same. And the bill number is 130. So in the column 130. Sixth transaction, sold goods. See, it is a sold, so it is going to be a sales transaction. Sold goods of 15,000 to Suresh at 5% trade discount, 3% cash discount under bill number 350. Now here trade and cash both are given. It is not a cash transaction, so cash discount is to be ignored. So it is a credit sales transaction. We'll go to the sales book. So in the sales book 2015 November, the date of transaction is 6. The party to whom you have sold is Suresh. The amount going to be 15,000 minus 5%, that is 750, so become 14,250 and 350 is the bill number. So this is going to be outward bill number. When you sold the goods, bill become outward bill number. Then on 11, purchase goods of 10,000 cash memo, underline cash memo. When the cash memo is prepared, it means that it is a cash transaction. Secondly, no name of party is given, so it also indicates cash transaction. So we have to write a note. Note for the 11th transaction, cash transaction in the cash book. It won't be recorded in any of the book. On the 15th, Suresh returned goods of 3,000, credit note number 20 sent. We have sold to Suresh. Suresh is returning. So we have to record it into the sales book 2015 November. The date is 15. Party Suresh. He has returned the goods of 3,000. So 3,000 and the credit note. When you prepare the sales return book, credit note number will come. That is given 20. For the purchase return book, debit note number comes. For the sales return book, credit note number comes. Next on 17, 40% goods returned to Nirmi and debit note number 17 cent. So we have purchased from Nirmi, now we are returning to her, so that we will record into the purchase return 2015 November, the date is 17, 40% of the goods Nirmi, 40% what you have purchased 12,000, of that 40% that you are returning 4800, 40%, and here 17 is the debit note number that to be marked. On the 19th, purchase furniture, underline word furniture, of 7,000 from Shri Swasti Furniture Mart. When you purchase an asset, that is to be recorded in journal proper. So it will come on 19, credit asset purchase in journal proper. No need to record that in any of the subsidiary books. 20th, purchase goods of 90,000 from aunty, half of the amount paid immediately. So we have to record it into the purchase book as it is a credit purchase transaction. So on the 20th, you have to write the transaction amount is 90,000. There is no discount, nothing is mentioned, so figure remain the same. And here half amount is said, that will go directly into the cash book, the half amount transaction here not to be recorded. 21st, all the goods purchased from aunty sold to Bala for 1,08,000, credit 1 month and trade discount 10%, bill number 360. So whatever you have purchased, you are selling. You are a trader, your business is to buy and sell. So we are selling those goods on the 21st. We are selling it to the Bala. The amount you are selling 1,08,000 and then you are giving discount, 10% discount. So after deducting discount 97,200, that what you are giving, and the bill number is 360. Next, Bala returned half of the goods which we have sent to aunty. Now we have sold to Bala. She is returning on the 23rd. So 23rd record as Bala giving the sales return, half of the amount 97,200. The half of the amount become 48,600. Okay, that will go into the sales book, and the credit note number is not mentioned, so we are not writing. Now the same goods you are again returning to the party from whom you have purchased. So on the 23rd, you also have entry in the purchase book, and half, 90% half means 45,000. Now see, here half is 48,600, here half is 45,000. Why? Because here we have added the profit. So that we have to subtract, and the sales return, purchase return figure to be derived according to the half of the original purchase price. This point keep in mind very well. 24th, current place an order 30,000 at 10% trade discount for supply of goods. So place an order is a non-economic transaction not to be recorded. 25th, goods sent to Karan. Now we are sending the goods to Karan at 500 add for the carriages under bill number 365. So it will come in the sales book. The date is 25th. You are selling it to the Karan. Goods are sold as per the order. So 30,000, 10% you deduct 3,000. So the sales price will be 27,000. And the bill number 365. That is what the bill number 365. Now 500 added for the carriage. That what we have paid. So for that carriage we are writing a note. carriage cash amount not to be recorded here. So we write a note, carriage recorded in the cash book, not to be entered here. Okay, so this you keep in mind and pay attention. Then next is 26. Cash purchase 60,000, cash sales 20,000. So both the transaction will go to the cash book on both the sides. The purchase will go on the payment side of cash book and sales will go on the receipt side of cash book. So these transactions again, because a cash transaction, not to be recorded here. 27. Return goods to Sweetie 10,000 which were purchased in October and send a debit note number 27. So it is a purchase return. So the date is 27. You are returning to Sweetie. That is, you are returning 10,000 rupee goods. So 10,000 and the note is 20. Wherever the information is given, that you record. If it is not there, not to record. Next is 30th. Karan returned half of the goods and proportionate amount of carriage was given credit. Now you have sold to Karan. Karan is returning, so it becomes sales return. So on 30th, you have the sales return, that is Karan. Half of goods, so 27,000, half become 13,500. And the credit note number is not mentioned, so we are going to put a dash. So after completing the and 250 carriage, that is what mentioned, that carriage will be recorded to the transaction in journal proper. The proportionate carriage, for the full amount 500 was the carriage. So for the half amount 250 become the carriage. So 250 carriage, that we will credit to the trader's account in journal proper. So this proportionate effect you have to do. So after doing the posting of all, we have to close the books one by one. So you will get the purchase book total, that is 1,29,000, that is to be called total credit purchase. After the purchase book, the second book is purchase return book. You have the total of purchase return book, that is what, 59,800. So credit purchase return 59,800. Then the third book that what we have is the sales book. Your total going to be, that is 1,38,450. So this is your total credit sales, 1,38,450. And the fourth book is sales return book. The total is 65,100. So this is what the total sales return. So in this example, what we have learned, that when you have the combined example of all the subsidiary books together, we have prepared 4 books. First is the purchase book, second purchase return book, third is the sales book, and fourth is the sales return book. Draw the 4 pro forma, be ready, keep on reading the transaction. In whichever box the transaction fit in, you have to place. And all the other transactions, for that note is to be written. Note is part of your answer, don't forget to write. If notes are not written, you may lose proportionate marks. Okay. So this way the full-fledged question of all subsidiary book may be there in exam. You have to be little accurate and you have to pay attention to identify the respective transaction for the respective book. I hope all your doubts are clear. Thank you.